You may recall that Everwild was announced all the way back in 2019. A few trailers were released along with the director's commentary video and, people were getting excited. But then everything went dark. Today, I'm going to walk you through what we know about Everwild and what happened with its development. First off, what is Everwild? The tagline for the game is simply, unique and unforgettable experiences await in a natural and magical world. And that's it. The player characters are called the Eternals, and note the plural here. Is Everwild a multiplayer game? I don't believe that's ever been officially confirmed, but it seems pretty likely, especially since Rare's previous game, Sea of Thieves, has been such a huge success. Now, we have no idea what gameplay is going to be like, but we do know a few core themes that'll be present throughout this journey. One of these are the moments of connection between the Eternals and the environment. Eternals seem to be protectors of the natural world and can build special relationships with plants and animals. In this scene, one of the characters is protecting a tree from a swarm of insects that are slowly going through the world and destroying it. Based on this, it seems likely that the main force we'll be fighting against is some kind of corruption or mutation that wants to destroy these magical places. The Eternals can also bond with and encourage animals to perform a certain action when they need it to happen, like this animal removing a tree from the area. No idea of why they're doing this, but it can be done. Everwild, of course, will have tons of beautiful biomes to explore, but it would be wise to approach new situations and creatures with caution. In the director's commentary video, where I'm pulling most of this info from, they emphasize the importance of history and past events that have occurred in this world. There will be plenty for players to discover and learn about who was there previously and how the world was affected by them. The last concept they brought up was nature as its own living being or spirit. The Eternals can perform rituals, which are kind of this fluid type of dancing, and use them to help animals by summoning a spirit into the world. And that's pretty much all the info we have on Everwild so far. In case you didn't know, Rare has also made Sea of Thieves, Banjo-Kazooie, and possibly their most well-known game, Viva Pinata. A few months ago in January, the game's executive producer, Louise O'Connor, said in a tweet that it's been an incredibly busy few weeks as we warm up on Team Everwild for our year ahead. She then shared a few pictures from inside the Everwild barn, and they don't give us too much to go on, unfortunately. I also found this very magical post from Ziz, the game's senior designer, which features a terrarium desk and lots of other little pieces that fit this natural theme. So I think it's safe to assume that the people working on this game love its world and naturalistic elements and try to be surrounded by similar vibes while they're working on it. So about that development hiccup I mentioned earlier, in 2020 the game's creative director Simon Woodruff left the project, which apparently led to a pretty major overhaul of the game's design and direction. Some insider sources then came out saying that the development of Everwild was a mess at that point, and maybe management wasn't all too clear on what their goals were for the game. So some new senior staff was brought on, and the company has been hiring for a lot of different roles since then. But all of this isn't necessarily a bad thing. You have to take it with a grain of salt. The head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, said in an interview with Kinda Funny Games that the team at Rare was just trying to make sure that they've got something special. We've shown kind of a glimpse of a world, you've seen the art style that the team has got, but we want to get it right. And this game really does look special. Since fans have gotten a taste of the world and characters and the overall feel they want the game to convey, people will be disappointed if it doesn't line up with what was shown. While all these changes were happening 2 or 3 years ago, a potential 2024 release date was thrown out there, but who knows. Anyway, Everwild will be coming to PC, Xbox, and Game Pass at some point, and maybe we'll learn more this summer at E3, if any developers actually show up, that is. Until then though, check out some more cool upcoming games.